I'm so excited tonight because tonight is the first installment of a quasi regular segment that we're going to call Amber's Crazy in the Attic with Duane Scott Cerny.
What's in your attic?
Now, if you remember, a few weeks ago, Duane was on the show telling us all about the exciting things that he's gathered throughout his life and world and his antique searches. Well, tonight he's going to focus on Halloween. So, Duane, come on in. Hi, Duane.
Happy Halloween.
Yes. Trick or treat.
Ooh, how exciting.
I bet you've had a few tricks in your life and some treats as well.
It's a long show. We'll get there.
Okay. All right. So in your endeavors, you found some Halloween items. So share them with us.
Yeah. So I brought a bunch of things today. And what we'll end with was actually that everyone in the audience, all your viewers, can read their own palm and just see how we're going to pull that little trick off. Speaking of tricks. So first off, I just want anybody to get their smartphones ready because there's a bunch of things you're going to see. And you can take a picture of them and then print them out on your computer. So let's get our Halloween party started. This is spooky. Okay. Apparently, this is advertising from a cemetery. This is effective marketing. We'll start scary there. Okay. Okay, number 2. Remember when you were a kid and you go trick-or-treating? Well, here's a vintage Halloween bag. Now, you could take a picture of this and print it out, cut it up, some glue, and you've got a bag that's scarier than those under my own eyes. And the next one, we're just going to keep going. Okay, Ouija boards. Now, this is getting scary. This is the real thing. No more goofing around. This is an example of like an unusual one. I collect these, but I don't use them. Now, if you believe in this sort of thing, it can be a tool to speak to the spirit world. But again, with spirits, just like in real life, some of them are jerks. So be careful. But people also use tape recorders to capture EVPs, which is electronic voice phenomenon. And that's, again, not anything that can be toyed with because, inevitably, the dead always seem to have an opinion that you probably won't agree with, like anti-vaxxing or something.
Oh, yes. What year would you say that Ouija board is from?
That's from the 60s. And, as an aside, a lot of Ouija boards were made here in Chicago on Michigan Avenue, and their address was 666 North Michigan Avenue. And when the building went condo, all the owners made the address change. Now it's 680 North Michigan Avenue. But clearly, about a third of the Ouija boards were made at that location in Chicago.
Oh, how exciting.
Creepy footnote.
Yes.
Next. Ow. How is this not cool? Ghost memorabilia. So here's an example of vintage sheet music. Now this isn't really that scary unless you play the song and discover how really scary a bad song can be. But no more Andrew Lloyd Webber jokes from me.
It's sheet music.
It's
how appropriate
sheet music.
For a ghost song.
You know what they say when you're depressed, you only use the black keys.
Ooh. We'll have to get Cousin Craig to play that song for us. He's a master of the keyboard.
Oh, well, I'll send it over.
All right.
Okay. This is one of my favorite things. Okay. This is a vernacular snapshot. Now, this is a real image from my collection. It's not photoshopped. And just take a good look at this. This is someone with a collection of violins, but the violins appear to be making ghost music.
Huh.
Creepy, huh?
Yes.
Yeah, we're pulling out all the stops tonight.
Now, where did you get that? Where did you find that picture?
Oh, again, I collect photos and, just going through thousands of photos, and then that one jumps out going, what the heck is that? So, yeah.
All right.
Inexplicable.
What's next?
Next one, fortune-telling decks. Now, here, everybody's familiar with this. This is just kind of different examples of fortune-telling decks that were made. You could, tell your own fortune. Maybe in a future show, I can do a reading of Amber. We're not going to do that today because today she's getting her palm read, which is even more exciting.
Yes.
Yes. I love this. Okay, this is a game called Touch, and the idea of this was that 2 or 4 or more players would read each other's palms. So, I'm not really sure what that's about or what you end up with. But
it was a Parker Brothers game as well.
A Parker Brothers game, yeah. It was kind of a flop, but that's also what makes it great, because then there aren't a lot of them, floating around. Okay, you are going to love this. So this is a real rarity. So this is a book called Your Fate in Your Hands. And this was circa 1935. So this was the palms of famous people of the time. Here we see Mae West. And I think the next one is Greta Garbo.
Yes.
What a great idea. I have no idea how they pulled this off. Of course, you read it and you go, a lot of people go, who are these people? But of course, this show, we know who those people are. That's one of my favorite things. I always think it's funny. You put those two together, and Mae West is, why don't you come up and see me sometime? And then you got Greta Garbo, who wants to be alone. So those two weren't going to get together, apparently.
No.
Okay. Get your smartphones ready, kids, because here it comes. Next. Okay. So, again, I want you to print this up at home, because believe it or not, you'll be able to go and read your own palm.
And we will have.
It shows the lines of the hand. This was actually. You can leave that up for a while, Russell. Thank you. This was actually a soda pop advertisement from the 1930s, and I manipulated it and used it for some advertising like 20 years ago. But it was one of the favorite things I ever created. And whenever I put out a stack of these cards, people would just take all the cards. So it was a lousy business card because I was always running out of cards.
And we will have that. We'll have that available on our website as well, so people can download that. Which is
just perfect, because
Yes.
everybody can get a kick out of that. Where but on this show can you read your own palm?
Yes.
Right. All right, but here we're getting to the crux of the matter. Did we Russell? Did we have the your husband's? Yeah. So I thought this would be fun. That we could. It's Halloween, and Amber can find her own husband. Isn't that a great idea? So if it's your Halloween husband. So these are arcade cards from fortune telling machines, and for like a nickel, you'd put this in, and it'll give you a card, and it predicts who your husband would be. So Amber, you could pick any one of them. I don't know if anybody do it for you.
Let's do that.
You want to do that? Well, yeah, but it's funny for just like in real life, this is what a nickel will get you. All right. But now we're gonna go back to the palm. So Amber was kind enough to, and trust me, I'm no expert on anything, but Amber was kind enough to provide for me copies of her hands. You can hold them up. They're actually your hands. You still have them, right? For me to do a reading tonight on Halloween Eve. But seriously, so the palm is really it's like a mirror to your soul. Think of it as like a personal hologram, to be 21st century about it, right? It's like your fingerprint, your DNA. No two people have the same palm. It's exclusive to you and you alone. No two palms are identical, unless it's happy hour in Palm Springs, but that's another thing. Now, based on the hands that Amber provided me, assuming they're yours. Okay, well, let's start with your right hand. Let's let you hold up your right hand. Repeat after me. No, it's like we're getting married in New Hampshire. So the right hand represents now and into the future. It was interesting because your lifeline cuts very close to your thumb. If you would take a look at it, and that indicates that you can be inhibited, cold, and unresponsive. So you might want to check your pulse just to make sure that you're still with us tonight. But your heart line has branches at its end. Take a look, it does, and that means that you're receptive by nature. So no top or bottom judging from me. You're receptive. Your head is very strong. You're strong-willed, and you have an exceptionally fertile imagination. Right? Come on, like here we are. What the heck's going on? it's almost, and I'm going to the books. I went through all kinds of books. It's with you, it's almost instinctual by nature. It's just who you are. Though you have a tendency, I'm going by the books here, to kind of live in a dream world. Or, right, or perhaps here on the internet. Okay, now, Amber, your left hand, let's hold up your left hand. That's a divorce in Rhode Island. Your left hand is your past and the traits that you were born with. So this is just who you are. Nothing you can do about that. And we'll start with the good news. So your lifeline is long and healthy, and here we are getting through it all. Your hepatic line, which was very interesting, it means that you're very harmonious in nature. You're great with partnerships and working with people and getting along with almost everyone. However, somebody said, however, yeah, it's unavoidable. It's like you're prone to having a bilious temperament, and I had to look that up. It's kind of derived from the word bile, which you can see this is it's not going good here. But a bilious temperament, and it's characterized by moments of hedonism, conviviality, and extrovertism. All fun words to say. And now all these traits are applicable to you, and not just on the weekends. Now, seriously, all this seriously. I'm not going. If we're doing this, I'm doing this. Now, your lifeline and your heart. You're such a good person. You're just a good, happy person with strong and loving tendencies. Though, and this is kind of where it gets a little weird, it's frequently interrupted. It's inconsistent. And this happens over and over again. And this is what it says. That in your life, you'll have moments of depravity. Seriously, which in your case, I think is probably a good thing. Right? those moments of depravity. Now, the line of your head, and this is almost like prophetic for what we're doing tonight. Yeah. You have sound judgment, but again, you're often interrupted by others or yourself. And you have, I have to quote out here, this, a lack of steadiness in your mind, which to me pretty much defines this segment and the end of my participation in this Halloween party, that Amber's crazy in the attic.
Thank you so much, Duane Scott Cerny. You know, I'd say 98% of what you said is true.
Okay. Well,
I've got people who could back it up.
That 2%, I need it in milk. Okay.
Okay. All right. We'll see you back in a week or two for another segment of Amber's Crazy in the Attic. Thank you very much.
What's in your attic?